Well, here we are for another episode of Midweek. And who do I have with me today but Carrie Roberts? You might not know who she is, but you probably all do. If you haven't watched any of those Kids Church On Demand videos, you need to watch those. Actually, I'll probably put that in the link below. Click to watch one of the episodes because, man, I love watching you, Carrie. You're so engaging, and I learn so
Hmm.
much from you. So this is Carrie Roberts. She is our full-time youth and kids ministry director. When did you start full-time, Carrie?
Yeah, so I actually just started basically this week. I just got back from Canada, helping my parents move there. So I'm here now full time and I'm so excited.
And you were interning with us for the whole summer, and that's what God started stirring
Yes.
in your hearts. You had no intentions that you would be
No.
our full-time kids and youth ministry director, but God knew, right? God knew.
He knew, yeah, I would have never imagined that I would be here in New Hampshire, but I can already see God's hand through it all. And I know that this is a place I'm supposed to be right now for the season. So I'm very excited for it.
Well, we are excited too. And so today I want to talk about three things. So first, what's happening with youth ministry. I think a lot of people are probably going to be thinking about that now that fall's kicking in here. Kids are back to school in the new reality of COVID land. That's
Yeah.
crazy. We're going to talk about kids ministry, so some new things going on with that. And then lastly, we want to let everybody know of this great opportunity that we have with Life Pacific University. We'll share that information in a bit. So first of all, Carrie, can you tell us what's happening with youth ministry? I think things are starting to kick off.
Yes, for sure. Yes, so this Sunday actually is going to be our launch for youth events. I wanted to get it going as soon as possible because I just miss seeing the kids and I just think it's going to be great to get everyone back together. So this Sunday at 3 p.m. we're going to be meeting at the church first and then we're going to go apple picking, which I'm super excited about. So parents, if you haven't gotten the youth emails, if you're not on that chain, please just email me and I can give you all the rest of the information. But I'm really excited about that. And then going forward, most of our youth events are going to be on Thursdays, 6:30 to 8 p.m. So super excited about that.
Yeah, you have a great plan in store. It's going to look a little bit different than what we've done
Mhm.
before, but it'll be on the same night. Did I hear that you've never been apple picking, Carrie?
Yeah,
What?
actually, I haven't been apple picking, so I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, but I think it could be fun. I see people do it all the time, so I'm like, why not? Let's just do it.
Can I tell you probably what you're going to be doing?
Picking apples.
There you go. All right. Oh, it's going to be a fun time. Okay, so parents, if you have not connected with Carrie or you're not on that email, so I know an email went out yesterday, or actually, depending on when this video is shown, it went out this week, went out on today. Okay, it went out on Monday. And so if you did not get that email, it is going to be important that you reach out to Carrie so she can add you to that email list. If you're watching this through the email that was sent to you, there'll be a button you can click and it'll immediately send you to Carrie's email. So we're making it easy for you. All right, so youth ministry, we've got some great things planned for that. Then let's go over to kids ministry. So I believe a survey went out this week as well. Tell us a little bit about what we're thinking with kids ministry.
Yeah, so right now we are looking into the possibility of opening back up in-person kids church. So it's going to look a little different as well with COVID guidelines and things like that. But basically, if you have kids, please just fill out the survey so we can kind of, get a gauge of how many people are thinking of bringing their kids back to church, and so we can kind of plan accordingly.
Yeah, so the survey is the first step for us to kind
Hmm.
of understand how many people are wanting to come back, how many people are ready to come back. We have already been talking about that. We have a plan, but we also want to know you guys it's instrumental. The parents are instrumental in that plan because we're here to serve your kids and helping them connect with Jesus. And how many people have been watching that Kids Church Online again? I tell you what, I've been growing and learning from that as well. I get to preview it each week before everybody else gets it. So it's so fun. You are so dramatic, Carrie. Where did you get all that drama from?
I don't know. I love doing it.
I love that spy episode. That was a good one coming in there.
Mhm.
Well, and then lastly, we want to talk about the partnership with Life Pacific University. And we've been in conversations. Actually, it started initially, Carrie, when you were making a decision to stay here in New Hampshire and take your courses. You were actually off preparing to go to another college. You were actually in your junior year in university, but you were planning to go somewhere different. And then we said, hey, what about Life Pacific University and their degree completion program? Because of course, I was working hard to find a way to keep you here. And that started another conversation about Life Pacific University having a few pilot sites which allow students to stay close to home, take their studies online, but then be engaged with the local church to do their internship, so they know they can be starting to be developed into ministry, and also, I would say, more importantly, leadership. Now, so you are now a student at Life Pacific University, and what's your major going to be?
Yeah, so my major is going to be organizational management. Before it was business, so it's really the perfect degree for me to go and complete. Mhm.
So how did you think, though, business now and you're into ministry, and maybe tell me about the first course you're taking?
Yeah, so what I love about the DCP program with Life Pacific University is
So
that it's very,
just a clarification,
yes,
DCP, degree completion program.
completion program. Yes, yes. So what I love is that in my program, we have Bible courses as well. And actually my first course that I'm going to be taking is ministry as management, which I'm really excited about as well. But I love how they pair the degree of business oriented, but also with the ministry focus as well.
Yeah, so as Grace Capital Church has been selected for one of these site locations, which we're super excited about, our leadership team has been looking at it, getting involved. We are now starting to look at the agreement paperwork, what all that looks like. We're putting some people in place to see what we can do. And you are the catalyst, really, Carrie, for this. But really what that looks like is Grace Capital Church would be a host location for up to 10 to 20 students any given year, to say, hey, we're staying local, we're doing our classwork online through Life Pacific University, but part of their coursework would be doing their internship with our church, and we're making plans to say, let's also help support other local churches in the area with these students. And so thank you for stirring something else and leading us into a good direction with that. But more information will come out. That's just kind of a newer thing, but we wanted to let you guys know what we're working on to better support this vision that God has for us. As you know, Carrie, the Lord is moving in a really great way. And we're saying, how do we reach more people for Jesus? How do we train them and equip them? And how do we create more leaders to be able to multiply that discipleship? And this program is only one part of it. But I know it's on your heart, Carrie, to invest in your young people. Can you just share your heart a little bit on that?
Yeah, for sure. I am so excited to be able to work with the youth because I believe, I mean, our kids have such the opportunity to go out and spread, the good news of Jesus. And I think right now, especially during this time, more than ever, kids need to know the hope that Jesus offers. And so I am just so excited to be able to work with our kids and not only pour into them and invest in them, but then create young leaders who then can go out into the world and to spread this good news. So yes, I have a big heart for these kids, and I am just so incredibly excited to be able to work with them.
Well, Carrie, thank you for being our guest. You're not a new face to us, and if people are heading back to church, they'll see you around. But we're excited to have you on our team, serving our community, serving our church. I've gotten to know your heart even more this summer, and I'm so excited to see what the Lord is doing in your life. and how you're going to pass that into our kids and our youth going forward, and supporting our parents and teachers as well. So thank you so much, Carrie, and thank you for taking this time to be on Midweek with us.
Of course.